Hey everyone, welcome to my channel for the love of sports. Today we'll be going over the ATP tennis tournament of Monte Carlo. We are on a nice 4-1 run going into this week. So we're going over the first couple of matchups here. We have Jiří Lehečka versus Sebastian Korda. Jiří Lehečka leads 1-0 in head-to-head matchups. This is a really interesting matchup. I feel like Jiří Lehečka should take this one. But Sebastian Korda, he's very crafty, so I do feel like he has a chance in this matchup. The odds are pretty close. I do think it's going to be a very close matchup. I would lean Jiří Lehečka, but probably not betting this one. Next matchup, we got Marcos Giron versus Denis El Chapo. Marcos Giron leads 2-1 head-to-head. This one, I might go with Chapo just because I feel like he's been very good this year. He's been far, in a few tournaments really, and I've been, pretty impressed with his game. So I would lean that way, even though the head-to-head suggests otherwise. Next game we got Alejandro Tabilo versus Dan Wawrinka. No idea in this matchup. I really don't. I don't have it. I don't have an answer for this one. This could go really either way. Next matchup we have FAA versus Daniel Altmaier. Daniel Altmaier leads 1-0 in the head-to-head matchups. I do think this is one that FAA will win. Felix has been very good this season. He's lost a couple of games that he probably should have won, but he has been very solid this year. I would have to take him here. I don't think I would pay the price. I saw it at -275. It's a little bit too much for my liking, but I do side with Felix here. Next matchup, we have Gael Monfils versus Fabian Marozsan. This is a 1-1 head-to-head matchup. They have not played on the clay, I believe. I believe both matchups were on the hard court. I do have to lean with Fabian Marozsan because Gael Monfils really hasn't played clay competitively in quite a bit of time. Although he has been great this year, Fabian Marozsan is very used to this surface, and I do think that he played very good in his last matchup. I actually took him against who was it? It was Bellucci. So I took him against Bellucci, and it was a straight sets dominant win. So I really liked what I saw from him. So I would lean Fabian Marozsan. And again, I will post my best bet at the end of the video. I will mention it and also comment on the video. The next matchup is Boo versus Lorenzo Massetti, and Boo leads the matchup 1-0 head-to-head. Now, Boo did beat him, but it was on a hard court, very different surface. This clay court is where Lorenzo Massetti, takes advantage. I do think Lorenzo Massetti does take this game. Next matchup, we have Alexander Mueller versus Camilo Ugo Carabelli. Mueller does leave. He does lead this matchup 2-0 head-to-head. I do think he'll also take advantage and win this one and extend his head-to-head to 3-0. He's been pretty solid this year. He's pretty solid on the surface as well. So seems like a pretty solid pick to me. The next game we have Medvedev versus Karen Khachanov. Medvedev leads 6-2 head-to-head. Khachanov did win the one game that they played on clay, but Medvedev already beat him this year, and Medvedev, he's been struggling, so I feel like this could be a good tournament to get him back into the gist of things. I feel like he'll be trying really hard in this matchup. All right, our last three matchups, we have Mariano Navone versus Matteo Berrettini. Matteo Berrettini leads this matchup 1-0 head-to-head. I hate that they had to play in the first round because Mariano Navone looked really good against Rinderknech. Um, but I would have to lean Berrettini. Berrettini is a really good player. He has already beat him once on this surface, and I think he can do it again. Next matchup we got Davidovich Fokina versus Ben Shelton. Davidovich Fokina leads 1-0 head to head. I would also, you know, I'd have to go Davidovich Fokina. He's been good this year. He's been pretty solid. He went deep in a tournament. Ben Shelton, this surface isn't really like his favorite, I would say. He's still rather new to this clay surface, and Fukina, like we mentioned, already beat him once head to head. The last matchup, we have Fabio Fognini versus Francisco Cerundolo. Should be an easy win for Francisco Cerundolo. He's just on a tear this year. I mean, he just looks amazing. The price is like minus 1,000, which tells you all you need to know. Just nothing I could touch, but I do think Cerundolo wins. Now I'll go over my best bet. So my best bet is actually going to be a two-leg parlay. It's going to be based on a couple of the games here. So we're going to take Fabian Marusan versus Gal Monfils. This just has to do with Monfils not really being used to the surface in a while, and Fabian Marusan is pretty good on the surface, and he played very good in his last matchup. Makes me want to make this bet. And the next one is Lorenzo Massetti versus Boo. Now, Boo does lead the head-to-head 1-0, but this is Lorenzo Massetti's surface. I don't think Boo has that many games. I think he maybe, quite a handful of games on the clay surface. Not one that really suits his game. I think he's more of a hardcourt player. So I'm going to take Fabian Marusan and Lorenzo Massetti moneyline. It's going to be a two-leg parlay, and it's actually for a little bit over plus money. So I feel like that's a really good price to take two players that I think really should win. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure to comment down any plays that you're playing, or if you're attending my plays, let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.